Hi everybody, it's Claire here with a folio album, I think I'm going to call it, made from the new French country papers by Graphic 45. It's really nice this time to be able to use the new 6x6 patterns and solids that Diane, Cherie and Amy have brought out to go with the paper collections, along with all of the new card cutouts and stickers. So there's a lot more variety to use in the project now with the two new collections. Secret Garden as well has also got matching patterns and solids papers, and the flowers and the tags and the pockets, as well as the stickers and the alphabets. So this folio album I've made using 12x12 papers and the patterns and solids and some stickers and some of the new card elements as well. So let me take you through what I've done. Size wise, I can't remember, let's give it a measure, get the old ruler. It is 6 3/4 by 8 chipboard album with card pages inside, and all in black, the whole thing. It's a bit dusty. Whole thing's in black. I have embossed a car using one of the Tim Holtz folders. I don't know if you can see it, but it just goes around the spine there. And then on the front I've just cut out some of the elements from the signature sheet and used a cut apart behind here just to build up the page. I didn't want it to be solid paper, I wanted to see some of the black behind it. And then I love the chicken. I know it's not everybody's, cockerel I should call him. No, it's not everybody's cup of tea, but you just see them so many of them everywhere when you go to France. It just reminds me of all of my French trips, and there have been many over the years, and these cockerels that crow at the dawn. So I've highlighted him with glossy accents just on his head and tail, and then I've picked out the words here, bonjour, and the stamp at the top, the fleur-de-lis here and the stamp at the bottom, all in glossy accents, don't know if you can see. And then I've used one of the metal keyholes here and just put some charms on a chain. It's one of the Tim Holtz fragments, and I've put bien in that. And then I've used some of the crystals that we were sent again as part of our design team package. And there's a crown. Oh, what else is on here? There's a key, one of the lovely Graphic 45 keys. And I think that's it. Oh, a bicycle. I had to put a bicycle on, they're everywhere in France. So that's the cover, and then let's go inside. I've just covered the page with paper and then put a split across it to make the pocket to put these two. There's a photo mat. This is one of the plains and solids, the small 6x6 papers, which I thought went really well with the more detailed paper here. And this is one of the new cutouts, and I've mounted it on black card, followed the pattern around, and then just put it on top of the pocket just to give some detail. So the photo mat I've left plain, and I have put the little cuts in my mats in this album. So paper's on the one side, and then the cuts ready to put a photo in, and they're not stuck down so a photo can slip in quite easily. And then there's a little journaling book here. Love these checks. And a couple of the stickers on the front. But both of these papers are from the new 6x6 pad. And then I've left the inside quite plain just to write on. And then on this page I've sort of made these two to go together. So I've used the yellows solid paper on this photo mat, and again I've got places for the photo to slot in, 6x4 photo. and that slips under the belly band there. And I've used one of the stickers and one of the new cut aparts. And then there's another little journaling book here to go with the photo mat. It just slide under that belly band. And then over the page, gone green. I love these poppies. That reminds me of Monet's picture of the poppy fields. And so I've just made a pocket here. I'm going to flippy uppy bit. So in the top of here there's a photo book, or a journaling book. And again I've used the plain papers there and one of the cut aparts from the paper collection. And then just room for journaling inside. And that just sits in that pocket there on that flap. And then as a photo mat down here, I've cut some of the sunflowers out from the paper, mounted them on black card, and that's the stopper to stop that photo mat from, she says it's come unstuck, but it should be stuck down. And that stops the photo mat from sliding out. And then I've used the same papers for the belly band there. And the magnet. Love that. I like my magnets. This page here, we've got a little tag that slides into the pocket there. And then just a journaling spot on the back of it. And then the flap opens. And I had to use the chicken border. I just love that. So I put it on a red background. And then made a photo mat out of the large cut apart. That one's just plain on the back. It just slides in there. And then there's a small tag in the belly band there, again with a journaling spot on the back. And then there's a tab on that page that's got the magnet underneath it. Oh, becoming unstuck. I do find if I don't use tacky glue, after a while, if I've used my ATG gun, the papers lift up. It's not strong enough to hold the papers down. So I do recommend tacky glue for an everlasting stick. These two pages I've made to match. I love the greens and the creams and the blacks together, and I think this is my favourite of all of the cut aparts. So again, I've cut it to slide this. This is one of the new tags that Graphic 45 have brought out, and then I've put a journaling spot on the back. But love that. So that one slides in there, and then the page opens up, and I've got a really nice tag here. It's got a memo stick. I call them memo sticks. I've used one of the stickers on here, and that just slides under the belly band. And this is one of the new cut aparts or pop outs with the sunflowers on. So I've just threaded some cream card through it, and then backed it with the black, smaller 6x6 black papers, and put a tab on the top. And then that one slides in that little pocket on that page there. And then in the middle here, I've used one of the new pop outs and just made a little mat. It's for a 3x2 photo, so that one just catches under there. And then there's a photo mat in here. And then I've used the French country cut apart from the signature sheet of paper, just to put on there, and then the sunflowers. Some are under the pocket, and then I've stuck a couple on the top, and the pocket goes across, which is the same paper as the backing paper here, mounted on black card, just to make it stand out. And then the mat, I've used the 6x6 papers on that to go with that page. Let's just push that back in there. And then the other side of this double page pulls out, so the whole thing is greens and creams and blacks. Again, I've done the same pocket as on this side. Use one of the new pop outs. I've cut the chicken off the signature sheet, or cockerel off the signature sheet, and just popped them down there, and the sunflowers again, just up the side of the page. And then this is one of the planes from the 6x6 papers, and again just a plain photo mat, and I've used a couple of the stickers, put them back to back for the tab on the top of that one. Brush it in. And then on this side I've used one of the new pockets, really like those, so I've stuck that onto the pocket at the bottom, and there's a little tag that sits in there, just a little plain tag. Again, that's with the 6x6 papers, so I love the size of that pattern. And then the tag that pulls out underneath, again I've used the 6x6 papers, plain one here for journaling, and then just left the back plain for a photo. Well, there's room to put more photos and notes in that pocket as well. So that one shuts up. Use the stickers. And then flipping over, gone red and green now, I've made a belly band across the page here and across one of the cutter parts, and then this is a new tag that's come out with the collection, the complementing collection pieces. A little journaling spot on the back, and that just fits under there. The flaps held down with a magnet, and it lifts up. So at the top here we've got the belly band going across and a pocket with a photo mat or journaling spot, and then again I've used one of these little cut aparts or pop outs, and there's just a little journaling spot that slides under that as well in the red, and these are the 6x6 papers. That just slides under there, and then there's a really nice photo mat down here. I love this red gingham. I like all these reds together, I think they're beautiful, and the cockerels and chickens again. A couple of the stickers, well, a sticker. Are they stickers? No, they're not. They're the new. Let me find out what they are called. They're right behind me. They are called. Oh, I can't see. I've got them all in here. I've got the flowers and the pockets. Let's pull the pockets out. Here's the pockets. What are they called? No, it doesn't say. I should have looked before I started, but they're the new cardboard elements that just push out, and they are really, really lovely to work with. So I think this is one of the flower centres, and then that one is just popped out of here, down there. So, and again, I've put the photo corners on there as well. So that one just slides under there. Click. Had to get the pears in. I really, really love the pears. I did an embroidery, a really complicated embroidery of pears just like that. It took me forever, and that reminds me of them, so I had to put that in. And I love the paper with the creamy background, yellowy background, and then the sunflowers and the pears on. So I've teamed those up together, again with one of the 6x6 papers on the photo mat, and one of the ticket stickers, and then it's just plain on the back, on the green. I think I like all the papers in this collection, which is, they're just beautiful. And then right to the back of the book again, I've done exactly the same as the front pages here, just to give the book a theme. And I think if you follow me, you'll know that I tend to do that all of the time. And I've used the yellow plain papers here and some of the push-outs. Stampin' Up, as you probably know, for the tab top, and then just plain on the back of that tag or photo mat. Really nice belly band with that lovely border, and then the complementing paper at the back, the yellows. And then I've put au revoir on the front of the book here. We had bonjour, and I've put au revoir here because we've got to the end of the book, So those were cut off the signature papers, I think, if I can remember. And then I've done exactly the same, just split the paper and made a pocket out of it. And then I've used one of the card elements and the tags just to make a journaling spot on the front of that photo mat. And that slides back in there. And that's it, the back's completely plain. It was lovely working with this one. Really nice papers to put together. They all go together really, really well. And the themes are beautiful. I really, really enjoyed making this little folio album. So I hope you've enjoyed watching it, and I hope you feel inspired to grab yourself some papers and have a go at making something that you can put your memories into as well. Anyway, thanks for watching.